at the moment it's just cloudy, but look at that. The humidity lately has been 66 and higher, and that's our temperature right now as we get ready for game 2 of this series. So let's close the book on what happened here last night. The Nats and the Cubs trying to get together, and interesting scenario, and FP, all kind of different things play into this. One ball club wants one thing, the other wants something. Major League Baseball gets involved, and you just hope you can come to sort of a compromise so nobody gets hurt, first of all, and secondly, you can play baseball with integrity.
Yeah, there's two sides to every story, but when you hear what Sean Doolittle said and how intelligently he said it about, Bryce Harper blew out on first base last year, and we're concerned, and the Nats were looking for a rainout last night, but the Cubs wanted to play, so you didn't really hear the reasoning behind why the Cubs wanted to play. And that's why we're stuck here for so long last night. I think if you start that game at midnight, you're taking player safety into account, not just slipping on bases, but reaction time to a 100-mile-an-hour fastball that might be thrown at your face. Not only today, but then the hangover of that, or not only last night, but the hangover of that today. So you play last night till 2 in the morning, there's safety issues. Then you have tired players today, which is more safety issues, and your reaction time isn't what it should be. So I don't know why the Cubs wanted to start that at midnight last night, but basically when you're putting all the pieces of the puzzle together, they were the reason we stayed here till midnight.
Well, Joe Maddon's ball club, 83-57. They have a 4-game lead up on Milwaukee in the NL Central. The Nats in the later stages of a 2-5 homestand, so 3 left with the Cubs. Nats are 69-72 and trying to break a 3-game losing streak. So Max has been great against the Central. If things had worked out better after he departed in Chicago, he'd have a 4-0 record against that division. Trey Turner hitting safely 14 of his last 16 games, and this may surprise you. Trey Turner is now, along with Anthony Rendon, climbing in the National League batting race. Anthony Rendon right behind Trey today is hitting .297, and there's Garcia. 5 teams over the last 2 seasons. The guy has been all over the map, and you may be surprised to know that that happened to Steve Carlton late in his career. So over the last couple of years, Cardinals, Braves, Twins, Yankees, Blue Jays, and now Chicago Cubs for the 32-year-old left-hander Jaime Garcia. So the umpires are around home plate. We're waiting for the Nats to take the field. Kind of interesting, the umpire rotation is similar to last night except at first base, because whoever works the plate, and that'll be Mike Winters on you right there, he's the crew chief. He cannot work game 2 after working the plate. Carlos Torres steps in at first base, and then we'll see who works the plate in the nightcap coming up. Well, hopefully not that too much in the future.
I think the umpires went back under to get jackets. It's that cool. It's 66, but the wind chill's way less than that. So we'll wait a little longer. I think Max is ready to rock and roll in the first base dugout. Central standings, if you care.
Yeah, Milwaukee continue to play well. They're the wild card leader now. St. Louis is in line for the 2nd wild card. They have a record of 78-63, but then a couple of teams out west, the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks, are right behind them in the wild card race. So some things are becoming a little clearer in the National League, but here we are on September 8th. Still 3 weeks of baseball to be played, and a lot of things to shake out. Joe Maddon's probably on the phone talking to somebody saying, hey, let's go. Here comes Max. He leads the Nats onto the field. And I'll tell you one thing, FP, that we need to give a shout out to, and that's the grounds crew. These guys have been working their tails off for the last day and a half. John Turnauer's crew has this field uncovered, then covered, turfless, then they're smoothing things out. They've done yeoman work, and really, considering everything, the field looks in magnificent shape.
Yeah, I think the biggest mistake last night was probably starting the game, and it was up to Major League Baseball. They said to go ahead and start it. When you saw weather approaching, here comes the umpires with their jackets on. Once you start that thing and you saw that, I mean, it's all you had to do is look at your app and know there was some dark red heading our way, that it wasn't going to be too long for that one, but that's gone, that's over, and here we go. Who's that first guy in the order? I don't know.
His name's Daniel, and he's hitting .306 for the Cubs in 14 ball games. Tommy La Stella is in there. They're going to sit down some of their right-handers in game 1. Baez not in there, Chris Bryant not in there, and so some other guys, Albert Almora Jr. is in center, Contreras, Russell, and then as usual, Joe Maddon, according to what he's been doing lately, batting his pitcher 8th. Mac's career against the Cubs. Good numbers, and he takes the mound right here to get things going.
Okay, where do you start with Max? 34 years old, 6'3", 220. Recorded his 15th 10-plus strikeout game of the season last start on third against the Cardinals. No decision in the Nats' 4-3 win. And that one gave up 3 runs on 4 hits over 7. 104 pitches for Max. And so much more to talk about with Max in his attempt for back-to-back-to-back NL Cy Youngs.
Yeah, Scherzer making his 8th career start against the Cubs. 3-1 with a 7.45, and a lot of folks making noise for Daniel Murphy. And right on time, according to the announced time 45 minutes ago. First pitch at 5:15. Murphy 302 overall. He had a base hit in 5 at-bats in game 1 on Thursday night.
Tell you what, I used to stand behind Pedro Martinez and think of how I would hit off him. And I wonder if Daniel Murphy ever did that at second base behind Max. What you would look for, what he would do to you. You know, sometimes you daydream on defense and go, I wonder what it's like to face him. Murph faced him obviously when he was a Met.
Yeah, Murphy 3 for 18 career against Max. And a couple of fastballs up and away. 2-2. Cubs lead the league in hitting at 263 and in runs. They're 8th in home runs. They're a versatile ball club offensively and on the defensive side. And the count's 2-2.
All right, Nats D for game 1 of the doubleheader. Soto, Robles, Harper, the outfield. Turner, Rendon, left side. Sanchez, Reynolds, right side. Matt Wieters catching Max Scherzer. Victor Robles chilling in center.
Two. Swing and a miss. 96 away for Max's 261st strikeout.
The quest for 300 Ks begins with a strikeout of Daniel Murphy. Not an easy guy to strike out. So 261 for Max Scherzer. Fastball away, and that's how this one starts, a strikeout.
Tommy La Stella. This guy's always been a tough out for the Nats. Against Max, he's 3 for 6 with a homer and 2 RBIs. Check swing, ball low. Hard hit off the glove of Mark Reynolds, and La Stella heading for second. He puts the ball in play. He's got some speed, and he's got the Cubs in scoring position here.
That ball hit hard. Reynolds with a step and a dive and kind of passed him. So a 1-out double for La Stella. Just sneaks it off the glove of Mark Reynolds and slowed it down a little bit. That might have been a triple into the corner, never know. And the fans really, really loud cheering Mark Reynolds' effort right there.
Indeed. Anthony Rizzo. Well, last night, his night got off to a good start. He had a blue pit first time up, but it got erased when the rain washed everything about that game away. Adam Eaton had an early hit for the Nats. And Max is going to go to his left and grab it. A 1-pitch out. La Stella to third, 2 down. Cleanup man scratched from the lineup before the game yesterday, but back in there today, Ben Zobrist.
Everybody talks about the grind of 162, and I think what a lot of us fail to realize is there's what 6 or 7 or 8 days a year like yesterday where You come, you do all your work, you start to play a game, and it gets rained out. So in essence, as a major leaguer, you're playing 167, 168 games. There's days, you know, when you come to the park, you get dressed, you do all your work, and you get rained out. So it's not like you have a full day off. You're still coming and doing your work, and you're here for hours and hours at a time. You see 162 on the schedule, but a lot of years it's more than 162.
Joe Ross last night, 24 pitches, 15 strikes, got 5 outs. Gave up 1 hit, hit a batter before the rains came. Now it's Scherzer 0-1 to Zobrist. Loud foul on both sides of the field here. It's 0-2.
I do think the Nats had one day where they didn't have to come to the park this year. The rainout was called so soon, so that makes up for one.
Yeah, those are rare.
Yeah, those are precious.
0-2, runner at third. Zobrist probably as much success as you can expect against Max Scherzer. 5 career hits, 28 at bats, but he's made them count. 3 homers, 6 RBIs. Max has walked him 4 times and struck him out 3 times, so they've had some good battles. Robles shaded toward left center about 10 feet or so. And this one bounced to the right side. Reynolds to his right, hits Scherzer on the run, and that's a 0 in the first inning. We're playing baseball, and the Nats are coming up in a moment. Lineup tonight, but we always get excited just to see him getting ready. Bryce next to him, and here come the Nats. Last 8 ball games, hitting .400, slugging, driving in runs. Soto has endeared himself to our fans in so many ways, and one of those ways, a .317 batting average here at Nationals Park. So with Adam Eaton not starting against the lefty, Turner, Rendon, Harper, Reynolds in front of Soto, and then Robles, Wieters, and Sanchez. Jaime Garcia, 70 career wins, 5-3 in 9 starts against Washington.
32 years old. Last pitch for Toronto on August 20th against the Orioles. Through just 1 hitter struck him out. Last major league start was June 19th against the Braves for the Blue Jays. Gave up 5 runs on 5 hits over 3 through 64 pitches. So you saw the arsenal: fastball, slider, curveball, change. Slider's pretty good. Opponents hitting just .098 against that.
Fastball up, 1-1 to Trey Turner. So Trey is 8th in the league in hits, 10th in runs. Probably the most 2 important stats for a guy who leads off, although he doesn't do it every day. Adam Eaton does a lot, of course, against right-handers. Having a good year, though. .297 over his last 40 games. So that 8-game hitting streak still in progress. 12 for 35. Good idea on the breaking ball. So for leadoff men, it's all about getting on base and touching home and stealing a few bags after you do one of those and before you do the other. Last thing Garcia wants to do is walk him to lead off the game. 69 strikeouts, but 38 walks in 74 innings so far.
I could be wrong, but didn't he pitch game 1 of the NLDS in St. Louis in 2012? Wasn't he the starter? And didn't he walk everybody and he came out early?
Sounds familiar. Turner pulls one down the line, but it's hooking. And by the way, I've had a few questions about this today. I was asked, why didn't today's game start in the 2nd inning? If you don't play 5, it's not a suspended game. It's only suspended when it's already become an official game. So that thing last night, the Rizzo hit doesn't count, the Eaton hit doesn't count, everything washed out. 3-2, and Trey Turner is aboard to start the game.
Cubs defense in game 1. Happ, Almora Jr., Zobrist, the outfield. Russell Murphy up the middle. Estella Rizzo at the corners. And Wilson Contreras doing the catching. Likes to pick off behind runners. He throws a lot.
He has picked off 8 this year. Garcia signed by the Cubs as a free agent August 31st, 2 days after Toronto released him. Anthony Rendon, 2 for 9 career against him.
Yeah, Garcia pitched game 2 of the NLDS. Lasted 2 innings.
You can hear the wind whipping through our microphones around the ballpark. Really coming in from center field right now. Cool temperatures, lots of breeze. Somebody will have to put a charge in one to get it out of here. Rizzo off the bag. Turner got back. Trey 35 for 43 to lead all of baseball in steals. And because of that breeze, we have a few raindrops here and there blowing into our booth up here. Anthony Rendon, by the way, guess who's number 10 in the batting race, hitting .297? Our third baseman. Trevor Story, .298. Everybody else at .300 or above in the top 10 in the league. There's the off speed. 1-2. Cubs playing him just about straight away everywhere.
Yeah, the Nats are hitting .248 against lefties this year. 14-23 is the record against left-handed starters. So trying to change all that. .248. Not that awful.
No, it's only 5 points under their overall batting average. So Garcia goes away with the fastball to strike out Anthony Rendon. Let's have a look at our Lowe's whole team together. Time to check it out. And since the All-Star break, Bryce Harper and the Nats piling up some pretty good numbers. Team hitting over .270. As a team, that's a great on-base percentage. 5 runs a game will win you more than you lose as a rule. Slugging well, lots of extra base hits. Bryce since the break, .322, 8 homers, 27 RBIs. 1 career homer, 4 RBIs against Garcia.
StatCast AI powered by AWS. Show you Trey Turner's lead at first.
One.
So ballpark's going to play huge here in the first game. You look at the flags, they're blowing straight down Half Street. Looks like they're blowing in a little bit from right atop the scoreboard, but we've been watching the big American flag and left above the pregame set, and that new wind tunnel with all the buildings, Half Street. Ballpark's going to play huge here tonight, you think?
1-1. Trying to frame it, Contreras. Mike Winters called it 2-1. Yeah, the backdrop of Nationals Park all the way around, certainly different than it was just a couple of years ago with all the new construction. And it affects what happens in here.
It does. There's certain days when those buildings affect the ball going far, and there's certain days when those buildings create a tunnel and that wind blows down Half Street and knocks it down. All new.
So Bryce ahead in the count. Shortstop Addison Russell playing right behind the second base bag. On the move. The throw to Russell, and Trey Turner beat it by plenty, and that's number 36.
What a jump. Yeah, no shot here for Wilson Contreras. Look at the jump by Turner. He picks something up, a little peek back, and steals it easily. Holding on with that oven mitt, picked a good pitch to go on. Now Bryce Harper in a 3-1 count has a chance to put his ball club on top.
Bryce looking for RBI number 90 or more. 7th in the league with those 89. He'll take the walk, and that's 106. Pair of walks by Garcia. Pete talked about his wildness in the past against the Nats and dug himself into a hole here. Now he has to deal with Mark Reynolds. Ryan Zimmerman on cue to play tonight. Reynolds gets a start here.
That's Bryce's 29th game tonight against the Cubs since 2014, and he's walked 31 times. You know what I like? He's letting the game come to him. He wants to drive in 100. He could have expanded his zone there 3-1, maybe even just to get a 3-2 pitch. But he took his walk and not forcing it.
Talked earlier this week about Mark Reynolds, how his strikeout per at bats number is down. In the sense that he now has more at bats in between strikeouts than ever before. Another number that figures in. Right now he's hitting a home run every 12.92 at bats, and that's the career best for him in terms of the frequency with which he's hitting homers. So the two kind of go hand in hand. This guy's so strong. Hit one here the other night. Pretty good month of September so far. Garcia, he'll bait you with that fastball away. He got Rendon at 89, and that one was 90.
Okay.
Wow, don't know if something's going on with Garcia, but there's the former Nat Kinsler warming up.
They got Cole Hamels in game 2. Maybe Joe Madden thinking game 1 is a bullpen game. We'll see.
Turner has third base stolen. Even with a catch and a throw, they had no chance. Bryce eyeballing him into second.
So number 37 for Trey, number 12 for Bryce. Look at Bryce on the back end getting a really good jump. It's imperative if you're the trail runner to do that. So Trey Turner with a good jump. Bryce Harper right with him. On a 2-2 count, Mark Reynolds has a chance to put a ball in play and put his ball club up.
Those two have done that a number of times this year. Reynolds 2 for 6 career with a home run against Garcia. Full count, 1 out. Ball game's been underway for a while here, and we're looking for our first hitter's contact in the bottom of the first.
And the sun, which we forgot how that looks.
2 walks, a strikeout, 3 steals so far. Great at bat by Reynolds, and Garcia has walked the bases full.
And that's why you see Kinsler up. Joe Madden seeing his lefty. He's walked 3 of the first 4 hitters. And I don't think he's going to be around much longer if he can't throw strikes.
Yeah, hasn't made an appearance for the Cubs yet, listed in their bullpen for the first couple of days here. So here's Soto, first time he sees Garcia. Pulls it right side. And Mark Reynolds might have set a screen right there. 2 runs are going to score. Turner home, Harper behind him, and the Nats are on the board with a deuce.
Boy, you can see Anthony Rizzo got caught in between in no man's land. He didn't charge it, he didn't retreat, and he got the in-between hop on a lot of diamond dry dirt and had no idea what to do with it. Watch the second hop, he got caught in between. Tried to snatch it and throw it to Addison Russell. See how they score it. And that's going to do it for Jaime Garcia.
Wow. Well, that was quick. 1 hit, 3 walks, 1 strikeout. Choose a winning team for your vehicle. Jiffy Lube for value and convenience. JiffyLubeDC.com. 22 pitches, only 9 strikes. He's done. Total up to 56 with that base hit, and the Nats are all over the Cubs early. Still only 1 out. And here is 34-year-old Brandon Kinsler. For the Cubs, he has a win and a loss. ERA is way up there. Extremely hittable. 21 hits in 12 innings so far. 11 earned runs. He's walked 6, struck out 7. So we know how good he can be, but he hasn't translated that into the blue uniform yet. First up, Victor Robles.
You know about the sinker? Slider coming back the other way.
Reynolds at second, Soto at first. Got a fastball, and that thing really jammed it. Ball was caught fair when Rizzo caught it. One pitch, one out, and two down for the Nats.
Yeah, fastball slider change for Brandon. Fastball 92 with the sink we talked about.
Matt Wieters, the number 7 batter, gets an AB here in the first inning. Matt 290 over his last 19 starts. Been a little beat up, hasn't started much in the last week or so. 0 for 1 against a former battery mate. And he's always hit the Cubs well. 227 overall. 234 left-handed, trying to drop one out there and getting to it. No, it's not a catch. Trapped by Ian Happ, and the Nats lead 3-0. Mike Muchlinski, the third base umpire, with an immediate call on that play. 3 men walked, 3 men scored.
Yeah, with 2 outs though, you're running either way. Good effort by Happ and left, but better placement by Matt Wieters. So line moving with 2 outs. Big knock, 3-0 with Max Scherzer on the mound.
Now Adrian Sanchez gets an AB. And Garcia. He's also responsible for Soto at third.
I'll say this, and I don't know anything firsthand, but as a former player, if one team wants to wait around till midnight and keeps me at the ballpark, and that's the reason I was there, and I come out the next day, I play with a little chip on my shoulder. You know, you stay till midnight and that was your idea, then we don't play? Okay. Wait till tomorrow and you feel like the Nats have come storming out of the first base dugout. And Tommy Estella, one of the player reps, Chris Bryant the other one. I think Bryce Harper and Sean Doolittle talking it over with those guys. Max Scherzer's the rep, but he was home because he's pitching today. Didn't want to wait around and be all tired for today's game.
0-2 to Sanchez, who's driven in 1 run this year. Overall, Adrian 174, 4 for 23 in 15 games. One, two, the count. Fastball delivered by Kinsler, a called third strike. The Nats get 3 walks, couple of hits, and a 3 spot in the first inning.
Start with the Nationals, back from that gruesome elbow injury he suffered at AAA earlier this year. And Victor talking a few days ago after getting called up, saying that he feels like some people in the Nationals organization might have thought that that elbow injury would scare him off from making diving plays or aggressive plays in the outfield. Victor doesn't think that that's the case. He says he's still the same aggressive player he was before. He does think, however, that the injury helped him establish a sense of discipline and patience that he didn't really have before. And despite both being uber prospects from the Dominican Republic, Robles and Juan Soto, to his right out there in the outfield, have never played together prior to being in the starting lineup today. They work out together in the winter. They've talked about playing at this level or that level together for years to come, and both of them guys called the possibility of playing alongside each other up here in the majors a dream come true.
Very cool. Top of the second, first pitch swinging, Albert Almora Jr. Outfielders will have fly balls moving around a bit on them this evening. So here they are since the 97 Pirates. Jose Guillen, Emil Brown, Adrian Brown, and then of course Gary Carter found his way into the outfield with Pepe Mangual and Bombo Rivera for the Expos in '75. Make today the day at PNC.
Pepe and Bombo and the kid.
Another first pitch fly ball to right. Wilson Contreras. Bryce has a ways to go, and he grabs it right behind Sanchez. The wind really pushing the ball away from Bryce as he moved toward the infield.
Yeah, good hustle by Bryce. Yeah, this park is closed tonight. I mean, maybe a low knockdown 2-iron, but the temperature, the wind, and that ball would have been a routine ball to right, but the wind just knocked it down, and Bryce had to go a long way. And if you're Adrian Sanchez right now, you took note of that, and you're thinking, okay, I got to go out on fly balls tonight because they're not going anywhere.
Addison Russell, 2 for 7 career against Max, who had a 13-pitch, 10-strike first inning. And the pitcher spot on deck suddenly for the Cubs, batting 8th tonight. Wow. They can worry about that next inning. 5 pitches, 5 strikes, 3 outs. That was quick. Now he gets to lead off.
That is a beautiful sight right there. September 9th is Heroes Day, part of the Patriotic Series presented by SAIC. Honor and remember our heroic service members and first responders as the Nats face the Cubs 1:35. Visit nationals.com. So that is tomorrow. And I think it's 1:35. That said 7:05. It's a 1:35 game tomorrow.
I hope that's not an omen for weather tomorrow. Brandon Kinsler, 8 pitches, 6 strikes to get Robles and Sanchez. With a Wieters RBI hit in between, he faces Max. Ball tipped on the check swing.
Yeah, forecast not looking great for tomorrow, but you never know. It always changes.
Yeah. Same thing we looked at this morning that said 19% chance of rain, then it rained for 2 hours.
Yeah. Nice guess.
I'm telling you, fall came in here over the course of a couple of hours. It is chilly. Max 16 hits this year, 5 batted in. Career batting mark sitting just under 200. Right after 7 o'clock tonight, Phillies at New York. Zach Eflin, Noah Syndergaard. Later, Braves at Arizona. Julio Teheran, Clay Buchholz. Phillies are 2.5 back. Nats trying to break a 3-game losing streak here, and they've got the guy in the box and on the mound to do it. 1-2. Looked like he held. Carlos Torres agrees down at first base.
These two guys are buddies. This must be weird.
Now we've had a lot of familiar matchups around here lately, haven't we?
Yeah, these guys, they used to hang out in the clubhouse, in the dugout. Remember, Brandon would always kind of get on Max about that wasn't a good slider there and kind of keep him in check. Now they're facing each other.
That's a swing and a miss. Ball got away, and Contreras will retrieve and throw to Rizzo. More on Brandon Kintzler. Dan, I know you spent some time chatting with him yesterday.
I did, Bob, and Brandon's been gone from this Nationals club for over a month now, but if fans at home don't think that he still monitors his former team, here's a story for you. I was talking with Brandon just about baseball, about the Nationals in general, and he brought up, unprompted, some things that he's seen in Tanner Roark's mechanics lately. We remember that he's kind of the one that tuned Tanner up, got him locked in before the second half of the season began, so he's still watching Tanner and saw some stuff lately.
Yes, he has, and you and I remarked to Brandon that he'd make a good pitching coach someday because he doesn't beat around the bush.
Salt was his nickname because he kept it real.
1 ball, 1 strike to Trey Turner.
With his teammates.
Trey a walk, 2 steals, scored a run on the Soto base hit first time up. He's getting the calls out there from Mike Winters. Struck out Sanchez with it last inning. Nissan, how does this one look?
Trying to run it back. Did it come back? Mike Winters is probably looking for strikes after a bunch of delays the last few days. You think I'm joking? It's true. Umpires wait around. They look for strikes.
Yeah.
I mean, within reason. Borderline pitches that they have to think about for a second is a strike.
Jorge De La Rosa is warming up, indicating Kintzler may not bat leading off the third. Pitcher spot due up for the Cubs. And even with Garcia out of the bullpen to start today, they still have 12 in that bullpen. The Nats have 12 in their bullpen with the removal of Jeffrey Rodriguez, who will start the nightcap.
Hi there. It's hoodie time. You can wear your Nats hoodie sooner than you thought.
High hopper left side, and Listella came forward, and he pulls Rizzo off the bag. Trey Speed, a lot to do with that. We'll see how it's scored. He's aboard with 1 out.
Boy, he rushed that, didn't he? Watch Tommy Listella. He knows Trey Turner's fast, but watch him get rid of it. He got it so quick that his feet weren't underneath him, and the arm trailed. You know, when you know a guy's fast, we've seen a lot of infielders do that. They kind of rush the throw, and he launches this one. Rizzo did a good job just to keep it in play, and Trey Turner at first.
Tommy Listella, 4th error of the year. Here's Anthony Rendon, struck out swinging first time. On a Garcia, fastball away.
Remember a few years ago,
Ooh, did Trey slide on that bag?
We kept track of how many errors Trey Turner caused.
Yeah.
Because of his speed.
Rendon pulls it. Listella picks that one up. He falls down, loses his play at second and almost at first. But he made a good throw to recover and threw out Rendon.
Yeah, a lot of diamond dry on the infield. Is probably playing loose. Did a nice job of getting back up, and a nice stretch by Rizzo at the end to get Rendon. I'll tell you what, players wear the plastic spikes because over 162, it's easier on your legs. But when you're talking about, those are metal right there that Tommy's got on. When you're talking about playing in damp weather, you almost have to wear the metal spikes around the bases. That's when you slip the plastic on the wet base.
Well, Bryce has been walked intentionally. 2 for 2 strolling today. And maybe what we've just seen, because I thought I saw Trey slip a little bit going back on a pickoff throw. FP, maybe what we're seeing here is a good case for not starting last night, because if anything, the field was in rougher shape last night than it is right now. So here's Mark Reynolds, 4th man in the lineup, and he's already batting for the 2nd time. He was walked first time. That loaded the bases before the Rendon bouncer through the right side. Two and 0.
Yeah, up by 3. If Trey gets a jump here, even though there's 2 outs, not a bad time to steal, because Bryce will go with him. Then you got a chance to be up by 5 with a base hit. Bryce and Anthony Rizzo having a nice chat down there at first. The one thing Bryce has to be aware of is that modified pitch out to Contreras, where Anthony Rizzo actually break behind the runner as the pitch is in the air for the pickoff play. The Cubs have run that a lot this year. They did it successfully against the Nats last time, and I've seen him do it against other teams too.
2 and 1. Reynolds pulls it left side, and Listella makes his 3rd pretty good pickup of the inning. He was busy. Nats leave a couple. They've stranded 4, and it's 3-0. well. By the way, he's had 3 one-pitch outs already. 2019 Nats Plus memberships on sale right now. Join the best member benefits program in baseball. The best seats for next year. Guaranteed access to potential postseason while saving money compared to single game ticket prices. Become a Nats Plus member or check it out. Nationals.com/2019.
Who's leading off for the Cubs?
Brandon Kintzler.
First at bat of the year.
Yeah, speedy leadoff guy. He's 0 for 2 in the big leagues. And at bat for the Brewers in 2011. And another one for Milwaukee in 2015.
Oh, this is instant payback, right? He just struck out Max. They're buddies, and now he's hitting against Max, and Max has got to strike him out, and he's talking to Wieters the whole time. It's got to be weird for everybody involved.
Hey, whatever. However.
I'm digging this. He said something about a fastball right there. Oh, this is like an inner squad.
Swing and a miss on the slider. Max Scherzer a strikeout in each inning so far. Mercedes-Benz pitch cast.
Yeah, Max is having none of it. Brandon Kintzler's up there smiling, talking to Matt Wieters. That wasn't a bad hack by Brandon. Pretty good slider by Max. His mistake was he bunted the fastball. That was his pitch to hit.
Ian Happ batting 9th. 240, 14 home runs. And again, Scherzer 0 for 3. For Max, start number 326 tonight. Trying to win his 158th big league game.
Nasty cutter. 89 right under the hands. He tried to backdoor the cutter, started it off the plate away last time. This one he starts right down the middle and watches the lane change under the hands. Beautiful.
And that is 96. First time around the order. 1 for 9 go the Cubs. And Scherzer now has 4 Ks.
264 on the year and just locked him up. Couldn't pull the trigger. Maybe thinking he's going to throw that cutter again. The fastball was by him.
Yeah, take your pick on the strikeouts, huh?
Boy, I would have guessed higher on the slider. I guess the slider and cutter similar. There's a cutter. He throws the cutter to lefties. The slider has more sweep and downward tilt to it to righties. Murph was on that change. He was looking for it, it looked like.
He's done well as a Cub. 4 homers, 7 RBIs in 14 games. (12-2) when he starts since he came over, and that was close. 2-1. Hard hit, but right side for Sanchez. That guy's a smooth infielder. Scherzer threw 3 on 1 hit, working well with a 3-run lead. Soto straight ahead.
Brought to you by T-Mobile. Juan Soto in the first inning. A chopper past Anthony Rizzo. They scored it a hit, so RBIs number 55 and 56 for Juan Soto, and he's trying to hit 300, so it's always nice to start a doubleheader out with a base hit. Oh, and I forgot, Adam Eaton lost a hit last night. That stinks for him.
Choose a winning team for your vehicle. Jiffy Lube, for value and convenience. JiffyLubeDC.com. Pitching change, 37-year-old Jorge De La Rosa. So since coming over from Arizona, 9 appearances, 9 hits in 11 innings, 3 earned runs on 3 walks, 11 strikeouts. He's been in the big leagues since he broke in with the Brewers in 2004.
Fastball 92.5 on average. We'll cut the fastball around 86, curveball and changeup. Lots of changes at 39%. That'll average 84. He'll throw them to lefties too.
Soto 0 for 1 against him this year. That one cutting away from Juan. So the batting average 2 clicks up to 302. Same for the RBIs, 56. He's added 4 points onto his home batting average. Mike Winters liking that side of the plate with fastballs. 1-2. I think that home thing and the fact that he's hitting high 200s on the road indicates to us that Soto, there's not one thing you look at him and say, well, he doesn't do that so well. He's just so consistent. Here, road, whatever division the Nats are playing the Yankees, hitting home runs. He's just kind of taken everything by the neck this year and done it very well. Had him reaching, did De La Rosa there. Rizzo takes care of it, 1 out.
Manage your dream team in franchise mode, plus get weekly stats and roster updates. RBI Baseball 18 is available right now. Learn more at RBI.com. Rated E for everyone.
A lot of hardware in that on-deck circle. Here's Robles. First pitch, he got jammed by Brandon Kinsler and popped out to Rizzo first time. Gets a lefty here, target up and in. Ball 1.
You could write a master's thesis on the evolution of the on-deck circle. From the time the game started till right now. There was probably nothing on it when they started.
Yeah.
It was probably just a chalk circle.
This one up the middle, and Robles trying to get out of the box quickly. Thrown out by Addison Russell. 2 down.
Then, you know, maybe what, the pine tar rag in the 40s or so? Just guessing. Now you have donuts, weighted sleeves, the pine tar rag there on the left, the spray, a towel because it might rain, a rosin bag, and then there's a weighted bat on the other side of that sleeve laying down on the ground.
And probably a Motus stick in there somewhere.
Unbelievable.
There it is.
What's it going to look 20 years from now?
It's going to have shelves. Spray, aisle 2.
There's different weights. You see that one on the far left? That's heavier than the donut you see, like kind of toward the left. It's just personal preference if you're wondering.
Yeah.
You get into a routine and you grab one of those things and it works, you stay with it. Some days maybe your bat's feeling a little extra heavy, so you pick up that weighted bat with the red on it. All the weight's at the end of that. And there's another weighted bat that's just thrown down. See where that silver part is at the top? You can screw that down to where you want to feel the weight when you're swinging it. So that thing can screw down to the middle. Right here if you want it right there. Or you can have it all the way on the end where it is right there.
Amazing. Big rip by Wieters.
Some days you walk right by that thing and you just swing your bat when you're feeling good. Your pine tar should be right where you want it, I think, before you get in the on-deck circle.
Off speed, Wieters a bouncer. Cut off on the left side by Tommy La Stella, who's been busy at third. 3 ground ball outs for De La Rosa. Max back to work, middle innings coming up. Ball brought to you by the all-wheel drive RAV4. Toyota, what drives you? Visit buyatoyota.com for great deals.
It's Barry Bonds. He's here. That kid's got no chance. None.
That's got to be a relative from Illinois who sent an outfit to that family, right?
I don't know. I mean, the parents got it right, but that kid's got no chance.
That's what I'm saying. Some distant relative. Well,
look at the little Cub hat he's got on. No chance. Sorry.
Got plenty of time to convert. Max Scherzer, time for him to go top 4 here. Only hit he's given up, the guy in the box, Tommy La Stella. Hit a hard ground ball off the glove of Mark Reynolds first time for a 1-out double in the first. Made it to third on a grounder by Rizzo, but then Max got Ben Zobrist to end the inning. Pitch count great, 31 through 3. And this one in the air. Rendon and Turner. It's always fun when those two are together, and Rendon lets him take it.
All right, Oktoberfest returns at Nats Park on Friday, September 21st. Nats take on the visiting Mets. 7:04. Ooh, that beer stein, that's solid. First 20,000 fans ages 21 and over could take home a Nats Stein. To get your tickets, visit nationals.com. One of my friends texted me during the game tonight and asked me, did they stop selling beer after the 7th inning in a real doubleheader? And I said, I don't know. It's a tremendous question.
I would think not for the first game, but
then I said, do you have issues if that's what you're thinking about and that's the only thing you're thinking about?
Yeah. To me, that's not a deal breaker whether you come to the ballpark or not.
I know.
Swing and a miss on Rizzo, and Scherzer has him 0-2. Mercedes-Benz.
Little hop to that 95, some arm side run.
Yeah, we saw a 96er in the first inning tonight. Shift on. Rizzo retired on one pitch first time up. La Stella was at second, one out. Max had him reaching. He hit a comebacker. And it's 2-2. That ball heading out to right center. Robles has it measured. You better hit a low bullet if you're going to try to gap one between the three guys out there tonight. 2 down. Ben Zobrist is next. Are really mixing things up, getting ahead.
Tell you what, Matt Wieters is driving the bus nicely right now. They're not shaking off. He's just putting down fingers. He's right in tune with Max.
Fun thing to watch, isn't it? Two veterans.
I like it when everyone's on the same page. It doesn't mean he won't shake them off ever, but it's just he's putting down a sign. They're going. They're definitely in sync.
This one driven to left. Soto. Another 1-2-3 for Max, and that's 11 straight for the Nationals ace, who will hit after Sanchez in a moment. Center more in car insurance. Visit geico.com. See how much you could save. Abe way out ahead, but he's only won 15, and right into the turnbuckle he goes. Tom, George. Is it 3 or 1? It's number 1. George takes it. 24 on the year for him, one behind Jefferson. Max Brilliant. Bottom of the 4th rolls around for the Nats. Sanchez, Scherzer, and Turner. And for De La Rosa last inning, 3 ground ball outs on 13 pitches. Breaking ball, a strike to Adrian, who struck out looking first time.
6:22 and it's dark.
I'm just glad it's dry right now.
Yeah, I'm just saying, fall is here.
One ball and 2 strikes. This one high in the air to right center, hit it well. With all that wind blowing in, and it's caught up against the wall by Albert Almora Jr. Sanchez putting a charge into one.
Yeah, he had the scoreboard maybe shielding some of the wind. So once he hit this, you're thinking, okay, wind's blowing in, ballpark's playing big, but the scoreboard has a tendency to block the wind. You see Almora Jr. going back. That ball probably came straight down, but what, a week ago, or a couple days ago, for that matter, when it was hot, that's a home run. Good swing.
Sure was. Sanchez making a big-time bid for his first major league home run. Here's Scherzer. Interesting stat, Max 2 for 4 career against this lefty. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, he needs a knock to get to 300 because, you know, he's got what, 4 starts left maybe, and there's going to be some bunts in there. So every time he comes up in a non-bunting situation, I feel like it's a big deal for him to hit 300. Bob Gibson, the only Cy Young Award winner ever to hit 300. And I think it'd be cool if he did. He works hard at it. Hits the tee between starts. He has a routine on game day where he hits the tee down the tunnel with Kevin Long. He's always taking his batting practice on the field at home seriously.
1 and 2.
Yeah, so he needs a knock.
Yeah, Brad Scherzer has a new favorite player, his son Max, but he grew up in St. Louis, and Bob Gibson was his favorite as a young man. And I often hear people say Max reminds them of Gibson, just the way he approaches everything. Ball well hit, Russell up the middle, 2 down. Trey Turner is next, and he's been aboard with a walk and on an error. A couple of bags, a run scored. So Trey's at 37 stolen bases.
Pretty good swing by Max. Couldn't find a hole.
Turner stole 46 last year. Wow, robbed by La Stella. Low throw, Rizzo spins off the bag, and the Nats are retired. It has been the hot corner for Tommy La Stella tonight.
Yeah, nice play, but Davey Martinez is holding play up. They want to see if Rizzo is on the bag, and it looks like he was. Yeah, Tommy La Stella's been the busiest man in the building tonight. point tonight, 4 strikeouts. So here's number 261 on the season, Daniel Murphy. Addison Russell, 262. Brandon Kinsler was 263. We didn't show him, and there was number 264 with Ian Happ. The Washington area Toyota dealers help children and families by making a $44 donation to the Children's Inn and NIH for every strikeout by Nats pitcher this season. I bet you Brandon hears it from Max tomorrow for trying to bunt. I mean,
that was good. So Almora first time was out on 1 pitch, fly ball to right. Contreras came up after him and did the same thing. And then Max struck out Addison Russell on 3 pitches. A 5-pitch second inning. And after 4 innings tonight coming into this, he had thrown only 41 with 30 strikes. Foul tip into strikeout number 5. Mercedes-Benz.
Just a power fastball away for number 265 on the year. I'm counting them all down until he gets to 300. Keep a tally here.
It's a heck of a number, man.
Isn't it?
I know there's a lot of strikeouts in baseball these days, but that is really something. Closest he's ever come 2 years ago with the Nats when he got 284. 268 last year. First year with the Nats, 276. So I mean, he's been a machine since he's come over here.
When you look, it's guys like Kurt Schilling, Nolan Ryan, Randy Johnson, Sandy Koufax, Clayton Kershaw.
Max as a Nat, 66 and 31, 127 starts with a 2.65 ERA. One and two to Contreras. He'll skip back on that one, ball 2.
In 1973, Nolan Ryan had 383 strikeouts. That's number 1.
How many innings did he pitch that year? Did he go over 300 innings too?
Not sure. I'm just looking at the rankings.
Wow, that is crazy.
Sandy Koufax in 65 had 382.
Chopper to third. Rendon can wait for that second hop. Whips it over to Reynolds, 2 down. Yeah, we love the strikeouts, but some nights Max gets quick outs, and that's what he's got going on right now. Addison Russell with 2 outs here in the 5th. So the economy of pitches continues.
Randy Johnson in 2001 had 372.
Breaking ball, fastball, and that thing at 95 playing quicker. Max ties for the league lead with his 30th start of the season tonight. Trying to become the outright leader in wins again. Strike 3 call, 2 in the inning, 6 in the game, and right up there with it, 14 Cubs in a row set down. Well, they all pitch in our division, don't they? Scherzer and Nola, 16 wins. ERA's very similar. Jacob deGrom's got the earned run average. Max the lowest opponent's batting average in other categories. He's first in strikeouts. He's first in innings. You name it, Max is doing it. And I still have a hard time believing that somebody who could end up with single-digit wins would win the Cy Young. I mean, stranger things maybe can happen, but I'm with you. Got to knock out the champ to put the belt on, and right now Max is the defending champion.
Yeah, he's #1 in strikeouts per 9 with 12.08. That's going up tonight. Hits per 9 at 5.76. He's #1. Whip 0.88, #1. Opponent's average against 179. That's #1. Opponent's on base percentage 239. That's #1. And wins with 16 is #1. Second in ERA. So few starts left, but he's definitely trending to win it again. The sexy pick's DeGrom right now. That's what everybody's talking about.
I don't know.
Maybe it's because they want somebody new in there, or I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, I get that he's had tip of the cap to a great season and his stuff is filthy, but
I just think it's being discounted how hard it is to win a big league ball game.
I agree. I love that you're old school on that too, by the way. Don't change. Well, I don't think you have ultimate control over whether you win a game or not as a pitcher. I do believe that your makeup and going deeper into games and bearing down in tight situations and getting out of jams are traits of winners, so that you do have some control over winning a baseball game as a pitcher. And the notion that it's just totally out of your control and it's all you do is go out there and throw the baseball, and whether you win or lose is just up to the heavens, I don't get.
No.
Because the guys I played with, the Pedro Martinez's, the Kevin Browns, they went deep into games and they were tough enough and stayed in games long enough and got out of first and third nobody out jams more than anybody, because they had the intangibles that maybe some guys that didn't win games didn't have. So there's a certain characteristic you have as a starting pitcher that you have the, I guess guts is a better word for TV, to win baseball games than others. So when you tell me you totally discount the win and it's just up to the gods,
no,
no, I'm never buying that. Sorry.
Right there with you. I mean, Max could be a 21-22 game winner by now had a few things gone the other way. 1-2 to Rendon, and that ball down the left field line was just fouled by a couple of feet. Then he gets a pitch away and takes it the other way. Harper and Reynolds to follow here, bottom of the 5th. Nats would love to add on a couple of runs here. Cubs are an explosive ball club, first in the league in batting average and runs. They are facing Max Scherzer tonight. Sure would be nice to be up 4 or 5 as Nissan checks out. The pitch cast on. We have a circle of pitches in this at bat. Look at that.
Yeah, it's like a football.
And Rendon takes it outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Remember we had the power zone?
Yeah.
Looked like a thunderstorm cell. Show you where the hot spots were.
Rendon will send Russell up the middle. He charged that while cutting across. Left side of the Cubs infield has made some very good plays tonight.
Oh, Truck's making a call. Here we go. Game on. Washington, D.C. Lexus Steelers donate $250 to the Children's National Health System for the first 200 home runs the Nats hit this year. Lexus, experience amazing. All right, let's see. Wind's blowing in. That'd be a bold call by the Truck here. But this guy's strong enough to turn around the wind.
Bryce Harper, 4 for 13 career, 4 walks, 7 Ks, 2 RBIs against Jorge De La Rosa.
166 home runs on the year for the Nats.
Yeah, that's the 6th highest in the league. So Bryce has been walked twice, total of 107 on the year, the second one intentional. Of course, when Bryce plays the Cubs, it's hard to tell what's intentional and what's not, because they really pitch him more carefully than any other team in baseball. That was right over the bag. Rizzo spears it, and De La Rosa did not cover. Bryce beats him.
Take it. He took a double away, but he'll take the knock. Anthony Rizzo to a dive, and nobody's home. He threw it to him anyways, but he was late getting over. That's one where you get caught umpire and you think it's foul. He thought it was foul. Then, uh-oh, it's fair, and my first baseman caught it. Uh-oh.
Mark Reynolds 0 for 1 with a walk. Bryce Harper 12 steals this year after following Turner on the back end of that double steal first inning.
You know, I'm going to miss baseball terribly when the season's over. But the one thing I'm not going to miss is picking up my phone and looking at radar apps. Because every time I see a drizzle now, it's just like knee-jerk reaction. I mean, I pick it up, I'm looking, there's rain, we're good, we're good.
Ever tempted to remove the weather app totally? I read a story the other day. Tourist destinations are upset because people are looking at their apps and canceling vacation plans because of the weather a week ahead of time. And it's costing them money. They're like, come on, just stop it. Come
I'm
here and
addicted.
have fun.
I'm addicted. I check it in the off season too. I'm outdoors a lot.
Well, I don't know what it's going to be like a week from now or a week and a half from now when the Nats come back home after that long road trip, but fall has just arrived and slapped us right in the face here in the last 24 hours. Mark Reynolds is going to take another walk. So that's 2 on 1 out. Lefty lefty coming with Soto, the first man De La Rosa faced. It's Jim Hickey, the Cubs pitching coach, on his way. You know, between that game the Nats had against the Cardinals this week and then some of the stuff in this series, a lot of walks. Only the Dodgers in our league, the Yankees in the junior circuit, have drawn more.
Bryce has 500 of those 521.
Seems like it.
That guy. And they're all against the Cubs.
Right-hander James Norwood. And by the way, that's the 11th time Jorge De La Rosa has walked Mark Reynolds. Kind of crazy. 34 plate appearances, 11 walks. Soto 1 for 2, RBI single, drove in 2 when he squeezed one past Rizzo between him and Murphy back in the first inning. Good news is, bottom of the 5th, it's an official ball game. Soto goes the other way with a hard hit ball, and that's a 6-4-3 called out by Carlos Torres at first. Soto's not convinced. Nats will have a call and a look.
I don't know if Murph's convinced. I always watch Murph. He's not really running off the field looking in the Nats dugout. He looked out from up here initially. It was pretty close. Coach Defoe's telling everybody to hold on. And we're good.
Coach Defoe not in the lineup tonight, helping out Davey. That was close.
There's baseball. You're at the ballpark. A little delayed today, but that's okay. Max Scherzer is doing his thing out there. It's brought to you by Dominion National, providing innovative, high value. Take the picture. Please take the picture. Okay. High value dental and vision benefits to area employers and individuals. Smile. It's Friday and Saturday.
Kyle Schwarber is 1 for 2 career against Max Scherzer. He hits for Jorge De La Rosa. Did a good job of settling this ball game down for the Cubs. Only gave the Nats 1 hit, 1 walk in 3 innings of work. Perfect tailing fastball as far as location.
Pretty good foul ball to stay in the fight. That was a nasty pitch.
You don't have to do a whole lot of studying on the Cubs box score to see what Max is doing tonight. We will add the caveat here that he's retired 14 in a row since that Tommy La Stella 1-out double first inning. Foul tip, number 7 on the strikeout ledger.
So in case you missed it, as the first inning, second hitter up. Daniel Murphy struck out a 96-mile-an-hour fastball to lead it off, and then Tommy La Stella turns and burns. Mark Reynolds gave it a good effort at first base, and that's the only hit so far. We'd be talking about a no-hitter. Strikeout number 267 just happened.
Pitch up. Happ went after it. Struck out looking first time.
.60 pitches.
Oh, and that hit him. Ball came cutting inside. So Happ is aboard, 1 out, 6th inning. Next up, 0 for 2, Daniel Murphy.
Little cutter here got away, up and in. He likes to throw the cutter up at times. Just not that far in, obviously.
Murphy waits for the curveball. It was sitting up for him and expertly strokes it to left field. So just like that, the Cubs have 2 on with 1 out.
That was a pretty piece of hitting right there by Murph. I mean, watch the curveball up. He couldn't have been looking for it, but he adjusts nicely. Carries the bat. We've seen that before. The little bat point after the swing.
Tommy La Stella 1 for 2. Popped up to short last time. Anthony Rizzo behind him.
Look out.
0-2. One homer, 2 career RBIs against Scherzer. That 1 for 2 today included in the 4 for 8. Up the middle, Turner to the bag, and a double play. Just what the doctor ordered to put an end to the Cubs 6, and Anthony Rizzo will bat next inning, leading off. Big pair of outs.
That field looked kind of dead right there, didn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of what hitters feel like when they're up there against that guy. So Soto drives in 2 in the first. Matt Wieters adds an RBI single. Bryce all over the bases, a base hit after 2 walks. And then Max, 65 pitches through 6. Perfect on the control numbers. Randy Rosario pitched an inning and 2/3 here on Thursday night. Didn't give up any runs. Spencer Keyboom got him for a base hit. So did Mark Reynolds and Adam Eaton.
24, 6'1", 200 pounds.
Bunt and off to the races. What a play by La Stella.
Well, I thought that was a put it in your pocket. And Tommy La Stella made it close and might have gotten him. I mean, after throwing that ball away, he's made some nice plays down there. I thought this is a knock all the way. He got rid of it real quick. And he just gets the speedy Victor Robles. Good effort. Nice bunt. Better play. I thought there was no way when I saw that ball on the ground.
Matt Wieters 1 for 2 RBI single.
Well, they're telling me the sprint speed there for Victor Robles was 31.2, which makes him, that's elite stuff right there. That's as fast as it gets. I don't think we've seen above 31 this year. maybe Trey once at 32. Billy Hamilton comes to mind around 32 once, but that's getting it. It makes that play LaStella made even more impressive.
2-1 to Wieters. Max bounced out to LaStella last time. Nats facing the 4th Cub pitcher of the night. Sol Hamels, Jeffrey Rodriguez later this evening.
So 31 feet per second. He just went 90 feet.
Wieters aboard.
All you kids that just went back to school. How many seconds did it take him to get to first?
I'm just going to guesstimate, say 2.85.
We're going word problems here. Getting deep.
So the Nats box. Nobody having a ton of hits, but a lot of guys on base. Turner a walk. Bryce on 3 times. Reynolds twice. Soto the RBIs. Wieters twice now. And last time up, Adrian Sanchez almost hit his first big league homer to the opposite field. Only the conditions in the ballpark tonight kept it in play. Breeze has died down a bit from what it was earlier. A visit from Wilson Contreras. One-0. Sanchez taking some healthy hacks. That ball, loud sound up the middle. Max Scherzer's going to bat with 2 men aboard here. Sanchez, first hit since coming back and his 5th of the year.
All right, this is where Max usually does his best work if he's swinging away. We'll see if Davey Martinez bunts Max or lets him hit. Good swing by Adrian Sanchez. Barreled up a couple of balls here tonight.
Yeah, only the Nats' 4th hit. Max sees a lot of pitches, doesn't he? I mean, Rizzo is so shallow, and Max bunts it so well that it takes a quick throw to get to third, and it's dropped. Little offline there by Contreras, and the bases are loaded with 1 out.
Tell you what, give Matt Wieters credit for getting there. I thought Contreras had him with a good throw, but Wieters had a good secondary lead and got there quicker than you think. Contreras had to hurry the throw, pulled LaStella off the base, and the Nats in business here in the 6th. Bases loaded, 1 out. Pretty good bunt by Max Scherzer. They'll take the break.
They're loaded with 1 out for Trey Turner. Things happening quickly here. Ball 1.
Yeah, Cubs infield on the right side in. Addison Russell halfway, Tommy LaStella halfway on the pull side. They know they're not going to turn a double play on Turner, so the play on a ground ball is at the plate.
Fielder's choice on the bunt, E5 on the throw. Pardon me, E2, not 5. All the pressure now to Rosario. Nats by 3. After Robles barely made it out, Wieters walked. Sanchez popped up and hit a single up the middle, and then Max laid down a good bunt that led to some good things. 4-0 Nationals. Cubs are handing out walks a whole lot in this one. And that's 2 by Rosario in this inning. Trey gets his 60th RBI. Joe Madden's on his way out. No way Rendon's facing a left-hander here. So a third of an inning for Rosario. Rendon a chance to bust it open. Stranglehold on this first game. Matt's pitching beautifully, and a bunch of walks here. Cubs have given the Nats some opportunities, and they're stepping right through and taking advantage of them.
Well, some good at-bats back-to-back. The line's moving. Max Scherzer's got no-hit stuff tonight. It's been fun to watch him do his thing out there, and all the strikeouts. So looking for the knockout blow right now, 4-0, and some big boys coming up for the Nats. Anthony Rendon looking to check in.
Yeah, and the doubleheader thing, maybe the way Scherzer is going, bullpen will be nice and fresh for game 2 tonight. Whatever Jeffrey Rodriguez can do. First things first, Nats trying to tack on as right-hander James Norwood makes his first appearance of this series.
I thought you were about to say the way Max is going, he's going to pitch game 2 the way you were heading with that.
Well, if he keeps the pitch count down, maybe he gets the first 3 innings.
Like the way game 1's going. You know he'd want to if he could.
Anthony Rendon trying to get off the schneid tonight. Fly ball right field shallow. Lots of traffic out there. Rizzo drops it. Can't get a force play at second because the ball skips away as Addison Russell tried to grab it. And Anthony Rendon drives in a run to make it 5-0.
Take it. Line moving. He's lined out his fair share this year. There's no way he's throwing this knockback, and the Cubs are playing sloppy baseball. It's a good effort by Rizzo. He didn't get any help from right field, but the throw right here is where it gets weird. Russell can't pick it. The ball squirts away, and just like that, the Nats score another run. Yeah, not the cleanest game ever for the Cubs defense so far.
I got him right in the heel of the glove, but difficult play. Here's Harper. So the Nats 2 hits in this inning, 5 in the game, and that is a wild, wild pitch. It'll score 1 run. So Scherzer home. He gets to sit down now. Turner to third, Rendon to second.
Got a split in the dirt. Contreras tried to block it. And you know Max are going to be ready to score, right? Reading the ball in the dirt.
So that takes away the double play possibility for the Cubs. First base open, but it's 6-0, and they're pitching to Bryce. Infield all in. Ball 2.
Well, if you want to drive in 100, you get a chance right here. You know, if it wasn't 6-0, you know Joe Madden would walk him. And you're kind of wondering why he isn't anyways. But if you want to drive in 100, there's a chance for 90 and 91. Maybe.
3-0 now.
Green light.
Why not?
Yeah, Norwood's fastball average is 98.
Harper, a hot shot right side. It's a tag play at home, and that ball goes right by Contreras. Murphy threw a one little high and outside to him, and now the Nats have a 4-run inning.
Can you assume he was going to be out? It's RBI, right?
That interesting.
Either way, another sloppy play for the Cubs. And maybe the speed of Trey Turner influenced. A double pump by Murph to throwing up the line. Contreras didn't want anything to do with it. 7-0. Same seats. Line is moving. Every cliche you can think of under the sun. That's playing good baseball. Cubs aren't.
Now Mark Reynolds. Yeah, things are moving very quickly out there for Norwood. All right, they're going to call that a Harper fielder's choice. E4, letting Turner score. Bryce does not get an RBI. Cubs' third error of the night, second in this inning. And this one out to short. That'll drive in another. 8-0.
Was his foot on the bag at second is what they're looking at. What do you got? Did he straddle it? That's good. Rizzo had to dig that one out too.
9th net to bat in the inning is Soto. Check swing, a bullet into the tarp.
So Carb, you know way more about scorekeeping than I do. Can you assume that a good throw had Trey Turner there, and why is that not an RBI? To me, I guess the scorekeeper's saying a good throw gets Trey, and I don't know that a good throw would have gotten Trey.
That's exactly what he ruled. Now, whether it's in his judgment whether the throw would have beaten Turner had it been a good one. He determined, yeah, and thus the error, and Bryce doesn't get the RBI.
Well, if he's not going to get that call here, he's not going to get that call anywhere.
Yeah. And then Mark Reynolds, that's a pretty standard thing when you don't turn the double play. That's the one thing they say you cannot assume is the double play. Good take by Soto. So a 5 spot in bizarre fashion here in the 6th. Mercedes-Benz on the not quite ball 4.
Thought it got in there.
And of course Reynolds on the move. Ball fouled off. Strike 3 call.
Wow. The glove hit the ground. Run ending, so you don't want to get too carried away with this, but watch the pitch. I mean, the ball hit the ground. Contreras is getting ready to throw it back. Watch, he's getting ready to throw it back to his pitcher, and then he gets the strike 3 and runs back to the dugout. And then it gets kind of interesting over here. Check all this out. Davies saying it's down. Kevin Long is saying it's on the ground. And watch this right here. Right behind Robles. Watch Bryce Harper. So, yeah, everyone questioned that call, and I told you umpires look for strikes, especially in a doubleheader with a rain delay.
So Max Scherzer deserves a lot of run support every once in a while. He's getting it tonight. His 7th inning commences with a breaking ball to Rizzo. No, Victor Caratini. Anthony Rizzo is going to get game 1 off the rest of the way. Get him off his feet. It's one of the 3 Cubs catchers, and that's a base hit. Change up. The Nats were in a shift, and Rendon had no chance.
Can you imagine if he had a no-hitter going and that was the first hit? 3rd knock for the Cubs. with Stella Murphy and Caratini.
No, if it hasn't happened already, it'll happen sometime, and there might be some pitcher not real happy with shifting at that stage of a ball game. And Max comes back to throw it by Ben Zobrist, who has bounced out to Reynolds and hit a fly ball to Soto. He went out and got around the fastball. Harper returns it, and just like that, the Cubs have first and third in the 7th. Good looking slider. Scherzer to Albert Almora Jr.
Back-to-back nasty sliders.
Swing and a miss on a big sweeping slider. That's number 8 for Max tonight.
Yeah, 3 sliders and a changeup mixed in there for strikeout number 268 on the year, and more importantly, keeping the goose egg on the board. He'll take a double play right here. He's pitching for another strikeout, trying to keep it 8-0. And the ERA right where it's at the moment.
Hard hit, base hit, left side. Caratini scores. Contreras drives in his 50th. And now it's 8-1. Addison Russell is next. So the Cubs 2 hits through 6, and including a scratch hit on the infield, 3 in this frame. Pitch count still great. A grunt, 96, a swing and a miss.
I love when he grunts like that on a heater. He struck out Javi Baez at Wrigley Field with a fastball similar, 96-97, and a big-time grunt in that Sunday night game.
Well, could be a chance to see that in a moment. There's a changeup.
I wonder if he's ever thought about grunting on the changeup just to deke the hitter. I mean, because it's supposed to look like a fastball, right? Then you throw the grunt in there on top of it, and now you really got me messed up.
Yeah, I had that thought the other day when he was pitching against St. Louis. Would a pitcher ever do that? 1-2. And a ball that hops into Wieder's mitt.
Hey, if he doesn't grunt, it's not a fastball. He tips his pitches. Like you have enough time to decide that.
That one well hit to left, but it's carrying, and Soto grabs it, designs on a double play at second, and Zobrist got back. 2 down.
Nice play.
And Baez in the pitcher's spot.
Well, this is worth watching. MVP candidate versus a Cy Young candidate. Even though it's 8-1, it's still good theater here in the 7th.
Sure is.
Cubs fans chanting MVP right now as Javi Baez gets in the box.
And Joe Madden fires his big bullet here, knowing that they're to get back in the game. It better happen right here. We'll give you the matchup number in a moment. High in the air right side, and if Reynolds catches it, and he does, Baez is 0 for 9 career against Max Scherzer. Telecast is presented by authority of the Washington Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals. So dodging a few raindrops here and there, but it's 8-5-0 Nats, 1-5-3 Cubs. Game 1 in the books as an official ball game. Tyler Chatwood on for Chicago. And first up for the Nats, Victor Robles, 28-year-old right-hander, longtime Colorado Rocky, and for the Cubs he's made 20 starts this year, 24th appearance. He's 4-6 in 102 innings. career record 44 and 52. Robles almost made it to first on a bunt, robbed by La Stella last time, and that one chasing him. And there was nowhere for Victor to go, hit by the pitch. Looked like a cutter, low 90s.
Where'd it get him?
In the jersey. Matt Wieters, 2 for 6 career against the right-hander, and that's way up and away.
Chatwood has 93 walks and 85 strikeouts. 93 walks in 101 2/3 innings.
That is crazy. Most walked by any pitcher in the National League.
And you can see by where these pitches are going. I'm not sure he's sure.
Some changes behind him. Victor Caratini, after hitting for Rizzo, goes to first base. Reigning Terrence Gore to left. Ian Happ from left to right. Looks like a straight up switch. Gore for Zobrist. This one to the right side. Caratini had to throw it right by the runner. And then Wieters checks in at first on the fielder's choice.
Nice play.
On the next homestand, Saturday, September 22nd is Faith Day at the Yard. Nats Mets 4:05, and a post-game faith celebration featuring Pastor David Platt, the NCC Worship Band, and Nationals players, as they do every year. Visit nationals.com/faith. Sanchez, 1 for 3, and he's had 2 real good at bats tonight. First time against Chatwood.
I'm going for the app.
Of course you are. Enlighten us. Only analyst in baseball with the AMS seal of approval. The American Meteorological Society.
That takes a lot of work. I just have an app. There's a band of showers south of us, but yeah, it's poncho time. Put your ponchos on. Make sure you do it right. Good take right there by Sanchez.
Wow. There's no better time to act than today. PNC, make today the day. Checking in on Nick Banks, 23-year-old left fielder for the Potomac Nationals, had an outstanding season at the high A level. 7 for 12. He's driven in 5 in the playoffs. 4th round pick in 2016. Nick Banks, a native of Tomball, Texas, and he's an Aggie from A&M. Peanuts lost today. They had a 4-0 lead, I believe. After they were able to get restarted, they dropped that game, and they're now down 2-1 in the playoffs. Lost 6-4 today, and they've got to win tomorrow.
Let's go. Tighten it up, Peanuts. Come on. Don't make us read all those silly promos all year and then bow out. You got to fight. Let's go.
They're trying. Game 4 has started, so that is tonight, because that was a continuation of a suspended game from last night. So do or die right now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Max Scherzer, 4th at bat. He's thrown 80 pitches. Listen to this. 7 innings, 61 strikes. Ooh, center cut fastball. He was all over it.
There's a lot of rain out there. Good hack.
Wow.
Good take.
What a night for the Cubs defense. Pitchers included with walks, wild pitches, Nats all over the bases here. That's a wild pitch. So Chatwood's hit a batter and then thrown one away. Infield in, Scherzer up the middle. Jackson with the base hit, and it's 9-1. Hey, we're not rubbing it in against the Cubs, but Max, FP talked about it, trying to hit 300, and that's a base knock for him.
No, he's going to compete. He doesn't care what the scoreboard says. Every at-bat's like his last one he'll ever have, and right back up the middle. Took a good hack on the foul ball. Gets the fastball down the middle, ready for it, right back where it came from, and in his quest for 300, it's a big hit. That almost hit Trey. My goodness. You don't wish what Chatwood's got going on on anybody ever.
Max Scherzer with that base hit, hitting 270. One and one to Trey. 2 walks, 1 for an RBI. Gets a call with the 93 away. 2-2, 1 out still. Right side speared by Caratini from a knee, and Russell could see that Turner was going to get right at the bag with Chatwood. So the Nats send another man home. RBI for Turner, second of the night, 61 on the year. And also got Max off the field, so that's a good thing. Anthony Rendon 1 for 4 with an RBI single. Wow, this control thing's been going on with Chatwood for a couple of years. 2 years ago with the Rockies, 117 strikeouts, 70 walks. Last year, Colorado, 120 Ks, 77 walks. But this year, it's really gotten out of hand. Ball 2.
It's kind of unnerving as a hitter to stand in there too. Give Trey Turner credit for sticking his nose in there and hitting the ball in the barrel, because
sure,
not sure where it's going, and like I said, you don't wish that on anybody.
Out into left and on to get it, Terrence Gore. Well, another crooked number for the Nats, and this one to the 8th. It's 10-1.
Always fun to watch the Arsenal in Expo. Look at the dot in the middle of that slider. Tough to pick up when you talk to opposing hitters. The inside out rotation on the arm side run elevated heater, and watch the dot on this one. Whoa! Nasty slider right there with sound effects. So 268 strikeouts for Max on the year and counting. Here we go. 100% fiber optic network, 100% phenomenal. Don't forget to read that. Visit kitfios.com.
Max, fastball up, 8th inning underway. Wilmer Defoe is in at second. Sanchez over to third. Rendon off for the rest of the night.
So
Michael A. Taylor in center.
Excuse me, Cart.
And Victor Robles. There he is. He's in right. All right, go ahead.
We are going to air the Jason Worth ceremony about 20-25 minutes after this game, in case you're wondering. Getting a lot of tweets about that. So
yeah, I wouldn't miss that.
We've said it a lot, but in case you're just tuning in, Jason will have his poncho on.
I'll pay for that.
Heaven forbid he gets wet.
Pay to watch that. Wow, Max 95 with lots of zip on it here in the 8th inning. Nissan pitch cast.
So much hop on that late.
Tried to run it to the edge. There is number 9 on the night. Ian Happ down for the second time on strikes. So on the verge of 270 is Max.
269. A little cutter under the hands. Doesn't matter what the score is, does it? He's out there pitching like it's 0-0. He's up at the plate grinding like he's driving in the game winner. Unfazed.
David Bodie for Daniel Murphy here.
He's not quite in the Nat Killer Club yet. He's in the Nat Wounder Club.
Yeah.
He's got to play against this ball club more to get in it. We just don't throw out Nat Killers for everybody. Nat Impaler maybe. Nat Flesh Wounder. Poncho's going on.
One ball, 2 strikes. Max Scherzer trying to go at least 8 innings for the 5th time this year. He's gone 7 or more now for the 17th time. That's crazy by today's standards. Wow, there's number 10 and there's number 270. Every time out, he gives you whatever he has.
I mean, total domination by Max Scherzer here tonight against the Cubs. We told you about last time he went 7 shutout with 11 K. Tonight he's given up a run, but how about that? 80 career games with 10 or more strikeouts. 16th.
16 out of 30 times this year.
My goodness.
He's feeling it. He's just getting it and going. Tommy La Stella, the hitter, 1 for 3. Wilmer Defoe right there, and that's a great 8th inning for Scherzer.
I mean, if that isn't an exclamation point on he's the leader in the clubhouse for the 2018 Cy Young, I don't know what is.
Yeah, if you don't believe that, I can't help you. To quote somebody. Trying to go sideways. Tyler Chatwood, after 29 pitches, 13 strikes in the 7th, stays in to face Wilmer Defoe, who's in the number 3 spot. New catcher for the Cubs, Taylor Davis. David Bodie at second.
The Defoe shirt. And he's got a Worth shirt on. Don't want to see his underwear. Who knows what he's wearing?
Wilmer's aboard, and for Chatwood, his second walk.
The tongue out, too.
Right around the corner, Winterfest. Presented by StubHub. Now at Nationals Park. It's going to be a little earlier this year, December 1st and 2nd, Saturday, Sunday. Holiday fun for the whole family. Early bird pricing available. Purchase your Winterfest tickets by September 30th to SaveNationals.com. So at Nationals Park, did that a number of years ago. Gosh, I'm thinking like 09, 2010 maybe. That's a hopper to short. Russell Bodie out is the call at first.
Is he on the bag at second? And do you review it up 10-1?
Yeah, a whole lot of stuff going on there.
What's the etiquette on that, by the way? I don't think you look. Yeah, foot on there. Spun him around. Unconventional double play. It's been an unconventional evening on defense for the Cubs in game 1. It's not one they're going to want to look at again.
Soto 1 for 4, and really the big blow of the game. When Max is pitching, you get an RBI hit in the first inning. That's big. He's going to be thrown out by Davis, and we are heading to the top of the ninth. Nationals baseball on MASN, brought to you by Lexus. Experience amazing.
drive of the game. By the way, this guy you're looking at's on the mound right now, about to go for a complete game. Came out to a standing ovation. And he's hitting .444 with runners in scoring position this year. And his average went up to .270. So hurry to your local Ford dealers for great savings on cars, trucks, and SUVs. And if the Nats were in first place, he would be at the forefront of the MVP talk in the National League, in my opinion.
Last time Max went the distance, 2-0 win here over Julio Teheran and the Braves on Monday, April 9th. He threw 102 pitches that night, 72 strikes. He's kind of in that area with the total pitches and the strikes right now.
He'll still
Crowd loving it.
He'll still get some votes for MVP. I'm thinking if the Nats were in first, there would be a lot of talk about that.
Max has 9 career complete games. Tonight won't be a shutout, but 5 of them have been. Caratini swing and a miss. Such a rare thing these days, and such a great thing for Scherzer. But a base hit. Nobody throwing.
That'll get the pen up.
Cubs had 3 hits 2 innings ago, but a 1-2-3 eighth.
All right, the Nats are celebrating you. It's in capitals. That's why I said you this September with the 4-day weekend. So there's promotions September 20th through the 23rd. Mets are in town. Air Force Day, October Pastime giveaway, Faith Day, halfway to St. Patrick's Day. So your liver can get in shape. Visit nationals.com for tickets.
Terrence Gore, first at bat tonight, came into play left field in the 7th. Big league veteran, been around for quite a while. Pinch ran in the ball game on Thursday. Up the middle, that's going to scoot through. Max took a swipe at it. Cubs have 7 hits to the Nationals 6, but it's a 9-run game, and now there's movement in the bullpen. We'll see what happens.
Oh, Chip Hale's standing by the phone. He's waiting for word from either Davey Martinez or Derek Lilliquist, and you think someone's going to get up here. 98 pitches for Max. Chip closing the phone door. All right, here we go.
Almora 0 for 3. And that one's going to drop out into center. Rushing in Taylor, bases loaded, nobody out.
As soon as the first guy got on, you're thinking, okay, good try. No need to push it here 10-1.
Make the call. Taylor Davis, the catcher. They're going up Hacken here. Wander Suero is up.
The great ones turn it up a notch, don't they? When there's runners in scoring position, it's just like they turn into a different dude.
Ball up. That's well hit. Caught by Robles. A runner tags and goes home. 1 out, and it's 10-2. Addison Russell, pitcher spot next.
You know what Davey might be thinking, Carp, is a complete game always looks good on the resume when you're voting for Cy Young.
And he would have 2 if he can get this done. Front door on the slider looked like it stayed in. Russell lined out hard to left last time, but he's 0 for 3.
Pitch number 104 coming. The high leverage pitches, or the redliners, came in the 7th, and right now it was cruise control and a low number, whatever that number was, after 6.
After 6, Max had thrown 65 pitches.
A low 65.
Exactly.
No stress. And then the 7th he had to go, and right now he has to go.
15 in that frame. A quick 8th. And it's 1-1 to Russell.
Love a ground ball.
Up the middle. Taylor charging. They're going to send Gore. He can fly. And now it's 10-3. So 4 hits in the inning.
Tell you what, Max just slipped backing up home plate. He looks okay, but he got to that curly W logo and almost lost his footing.
Here comes Davey as Chris Bryant has been announced. The last Cub in their dugout.
So Max still battling, backing up bases, and watch him right here when he gets behind home, the little slippage. You can't see it, but his feet came out from under him. There's a big divot there. He's okay. And he wants to finish, and I think he just told Davey to get off his mound.
All right.
In so many words.
Chris Bryant career is 1 for 10 with an RBI against Max Scherzer. 2 aboard, 2 outs to get.
They just don't make him like this guy. It's just, I mean, he's relishing this challenge to finish the game, regardless of the score. He wants the finish line. He smells the finish line.
On the changeup, Bryant takes 1-1.
So with the great ones, there's challenges within the game. You know, every time they get into a situation, and this challenge right now presented to Max, yeah, he knows he's probably going to get a W, but he wants to finish it. So now he's got another challenge right here, even though he's got 107 pitches. This is my game, I'm finishing.
Got Bryant to chase on the changeup. Hard to tell if it's let's go Nats, but it's probably let's go Max.
Let's go Max.
Swing and a miss. Number 11 and 1 out to go.
271 on the year with a grunt.
Ian Happ has been struck out by Scherzer twice tonight, hit by a pitch. Kind of grazed by it back in the 6th. Mike Winters took a long look, ball 1. In the air, right center. Victor Robles, and called off by Taylor. And at the stroke of 8 p.m., Max Scherzer throws his 10th career complete game.
Boy, he wanted those last 2 outs, didn't he? Davey Martinez came out. He wanted to see how he was doing, and Max said, I got this. Unbelievable performance by Max Scherzer here tonight.
Stranding 6 Cubs, winning at 10-3, and Max is 17-6. We'll wrap up game 1 in a minute.